Hello, everyone. This is Zan. Happy Friday watching on YouTube Live and or Twitch. Happy day, whichever day you are catching up on the VOD. So tonight we're going to play some more Feminie. I think we've got a few goals, and I'm actually going to start the stream by writing those out to make sure. I know the main one I really want to do is to see how broken and silly the spell Legion's Demise is. I've had a few tests myself on it, and it's it's pretty strong, I think. So I don't know. I feel like we can get that and test it against the AI, and then see how bad it can get, and see. Well, maybe the AI comes up with something. So that's I know that's one of the goals I want to do. Let me check my research because I know we also want to get Demon Lords eventually. Ooh, did I already get Legion's Demise researched? I did. Perfect. So we're gonna get that early in the stream. That's gonna be real good. I know another thing we wanted to do was not summon Demon Lords, but release the Lords of Civilization. That's going to require a lot of Blood Slaves, a lot more than I have, honestly. But by the time we get there, I think we'll be okay. I don't remember the rest of my research goals. We'll figure it out. Let's do some basic moving around while people flood in. So we site searched this, and that's why this gal has all these items. Let's see. So yeah, we're definitely recruiting all these pale ones here in Old Gartha because they're going to provide siege strength. Want it to go underwater. Right, this is where I lost the King of Lost Tribe. That's unfortunate. Alright, we'll send them underwater again, and it'll be better. I think here they just died to a lot of shark warriors. Okay, that's fine. Haha, my 8th caster. Okay, and this gal is site searching. Looks like we won a battle here in White Harbor against Yeoman. Right, after we took their capital, and then we're getting Vedheim just being annoying. But I did want this farmland just because farmlands have a lot of pop, and I was right. We're going to have everyone here patrol or site search or what have you. Site search. I don't think we have the gems this turn to start doing Legion's Demise. Yeah. So we do need to get a lab up and running. Find out where I'm recruiting something I don't need to be. And drop a lab on White Harbor. Okay, and we have site searching as a fire 1. Do I have anything better? A fire 2? Okay, so that will be fine. Scout movement up in Upper Vedheim just to see kind of what we're going to be dealing with. Old age has taken out a lot of our mages, so Gift of Health in the future, if I, 1, get a Nature Mage, and 2, get the gems for it, might be useful. Go ahead and shuffle these. I go underwater again. It definitely needs to be the Wraith Sword. We messed up last time and gave them the Bloodthorn, and the Bloodthorn got repelled a lot. So that's for sure something we need to keep in mind. As always, they are going to have poison damage coming at me, and I think the only way I'm going to efficiently block poison might be the armor. I have 1 ring of water breathing. I'm going to need a second one because I do want to send multiple dudes down there. I don't know. I don't think Yam is the one I want to send down there because he's a fire mage and that's not that great down there. He is one of the potentials. Actually, no. Everyone here should be. Everyone that's not searching. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know why this girl has that water thing. I must have been tired at the end of the last stream. Well, we left it as a not too crazy turn. That's good. Giant Marignon army. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think connecting this like southern region is going to be a good start. How do thrones look? Need 11 to win. I currently have 3 F5. And the thrones are kind of wimpy. Let's see. Come to center area. Has access to a bunch. So what I'm thinking is I will link up down here. You know, clear up to this lake. Grab this lake from Jomin. Grab this whole region. And then move up this way. I don't know if my mouse is showing. Move up this way to take, you know, Miskia, Kaisti, White Lake, Blue Water, more. Just because there's a lot of concentration of thrones there, and then even if they are a level 1 throne or otherwise, we would have enough points to win. That being said, I think we're clear to end the turn here. Man, I wish I had more gems to do anything. We have a lot of glamour gems, but we're gonna need those. But speaking of, actually, this gal's already got a bunch of boosters, and I guess she can communion up. Don't really need the glamour earth now. In terms of merely fish's armor, I don't want to use nature gems if I can avoid it, but I think I have. And I don't have fair earth boost. Oh, we've got that. I don't think I have spare earth boots to pretend to be. Oh shit, no, I do. Look, I'm right here. I'm gonna be another earth mage. He's actually going to use turn to make me a hammer. Here we're going to get his dragon scale mail, which adds poison resistance. Alternatively, I could do Hydroskin armor since he's an earth mage. It less protection, but it gives the poison resistance and regeneration. Let me try that one. We'll see how it works with him. I'm thinking maybe the next item we do is give him a bracer of protection to make up for the weaker armor. I don't have one lying up. Unless there's anything in Glamour that I would want to give him. I don't think so. Okay, so we'll leave it there. Let's end this turn and see what happens. I'm assuming that Vetiheim's going to keep going. Maybe Jomin will be with assaults. Just going to go ahead and make sure that all of my panels went up properly. Just going to go ahead and make sure. Okay, cool. Oh wow, this is still going. I guess this is what happens in late game Dominions with the AI, is just these massive battles at all times. Cool. Magic Nightmares. I failed to find any magic site, because of course. I'm attacked atop with Jomin by Vetiheim. I did not know that they get glossos. That's pretty cool. They don't have Fear Aura, but they have Fire Auras, they trample. Pretty cool. And Frost Drakes, which suck. Okay, and then we do have a battle in White Harbor. This is my main army, though, so regardless of scripting it, it should be okay. It's just a giant Massive crap. Giant massive crap. I'd wanted to build a slab here to do something else, but I'm under siege instead. I might need another army. Of course I do. Don't have the money to afford it. Empowerment here. Item now. We have this now. Rolls. Okay, so we're empowering again. So this turn I can make another Bloodthorn and another Sanguine Dowsing Rod for the new scout. Okay, merely fish. Earth boots. Give him his regenerate armor. Protection remains low, but he'll be able to regenerate, so that's good. Let's give him then the Slaying 3 Rate Sword. He can't be repelled, which is massive. Let's have this guy craft that brace for protection. And I really want to give him something else that might help him underwater against that many. Now there's these earth boots that might be good. But man, they're expensive. I don't know about that. Another miscellaneous item that might help. Definitely not a ring of returning. No, ring of regeneration would help, but we're in the late age and I'm trying to be cheap where I can, but I think I need to go all out with this thug. Let's give him that for some reinvig. He'll be fine with the race sword, actually. This will help him repel, but is that enough with his attack skill? Adds 4 to it. So it repels at a value of 17. We can try it just because we have it. Squish this massive army. I would like to add another mage just to give him some silly buffs. So we'll add Myrto. Reach on his own? He does. We're going to add Myrto, and they should both fit to a square. Merely Fish will stay in the back. I want him to Iron Skin, Temper Flush, Earth Power, Temper Armors, needs it, and then Attack. And normally I wouldn't recommend Temper Armors if you guys are thugging. You always want to be aware of the fatigue cost on your thugs, but since he's using a Rate Sword, and he's going to Life Drain on hit, I think it'll be okay. Probably. Myrto, on the other hand, is going to do Body Ethereal, and then some shenanigans glamour spells. So we'll definitely do like a Gift of Splendor. And I want to do Bewilderment thing. That one is very strong, and it's only no like Gift of Bewilderment. It goes to the big one. That one's really strong. We're gonna come back to it. I might have to cast it, even though she will fall asleep, probably die. I don't know. Unless I make her like invisible. I don't have the alteration. I guess we're just gonna do that and hope for the best. Two glamour gems. Should be enough to cast it, but we'll give her 3 just in case. And that should be fine. Like, that should work. In theory, against that. Ooh, Goat is up. There's no way I'm going to be able to buy Goat from the AI. Not even going to bother trying. cold res. 5. Clear this crap out. Okay. This gal. You can get 3 glamour gems for free. Whereas 4. We'll power of spheres on our own. Let's do some math. Power of spheres brings her to glamour 5, and she needs to be at least glamour 6 to cast this. 5 gems. I get her 2 union slaves. Trying to see if there's any other option than the sages. Or these fire mages, because the fire mages are actually doing stuff. Okay, we'll just do this. Slave. Okay, and that will get her +1. That'll get her to glamour 5. Power of the Spheres will get her to glamour 6. And another mage here is casting Twilight, which gets her to glamour 7. And then she should cast Legion. Give her a bunch of gems. She automates 3, so giving her 6 is a bunch of fights. Okay, and we're just going to leave that army there to sit. Because I need to get another army somewhere just to kind of hold the line against that bullshit, or they're just going to swarm over me and be annoying. Everyone here to search. Just definitely have enough crap here to fight, but I'm going to prefer to fight with my capital only mages because they are my best mages. And they actually don't research as good as the lore mistresses, which is kind of a weird thing when you're playing a nation. Usually at least I usually do the wrong thing. I think it's wrong. Keeping my capital mages until I really, really need them instead of just... Okay. Anyways, this is set. We're going to hold here and cast Legion's Demise if I get attacked. Keep researching Conjuration 8. And we're going to need to go up Alteration. In Alteration, get... Honestly, not much outside of like Earth magic or other types of magic, and I see why I didn't go up it earlier. Cold resistance might help actually against Betty High. After that, I think we should be in the clear to go up blood, probably. And this army is going to be able to kind of autopilot and just take shit over. I mean, we can routinely add some mages to it as we go, but it'll mostly work on its own. So the second one is just kind of work alongside it to clear out, shitty stacks of Vettihheim. Yeah, this script isn't awful. Probably. If anything, we can actually... No, I was going to say we can actually test out Project Self based on our last video. I know we had a lot of people like it, but no, that would be in the magic phase. It wouldn't hit Joman at the same time. That is unfortunate. Conjuration 8, we get Fairy Queens, and that's going to help a lot. That's why I have this gal in the forest. Okay, I think we're good to move again here. Turns aren't super efficient, but we're choosing a task and getting it done. And if anyone watching does have any questions about anything, please feel free. Feel free at any time to throw me on a tangent. Right out. We have our next Blood Hunter. We cast some Dark Knowledge. Of course, we find nothing, and we have a bunch of battles. So the first one I'm interested in is definitely going to be the Thug. Will this work better than it did last time? Okay, so ultimate form of him. Okay, that is definitely a good enough amount of protection for the normal Tritons. Maybe not much against the Shark Warriors. But the 10% regen, the all, Temper Flush and all that, Ethereal, all this should help. It doesn't show here, but I think I also displaced him, right? No, I made him Bewildered. The bewilderment is fun. I hope it's enough to get her off the field. It might be. Bewilderment's going to do this thing where they get like red and angry, and they start actually hitting their friends, which is good and useful for me. But between all and that, I think that will reduce their attacks enough. Calm Emotions. What the hell is Calm Emotions? Oh, and I might have fucked up here. Water Mage might just Frozen Heart my ass. I don't have any cold resistance. There are boots for that, so maybe that's something I can add. It looks like he doesn't have the research. That's good. It's working much better for me here. Slow. Guess my magic resistance is too high, so aren't working. Okay. Great, that worked out. And we successfully retreat too, so we don't lose the lore mistress. Okay, we get attacked here, and I think this is going to be our first encounter with Legion's Demise, if I calculated everything properly. It's not really a battle I needed in, but... Okay. I see what you're doing here, Vettiheim. This is a straight-up thug. I mean, it's not a great one, but good shit, dude. We've got some Ether Warriors, which are really good. Okay, we do get Twilight out. And do we get Legion's Demise? Should be about now. There it is. Okay. And this is... Okay, I mean, they do have good magic resistance, these little Betties, but, man, they don't have enough hit points to survive this. And they're just gonna start dying. And there's nothing they can do about it, really. I mean, they could cast anti-magic, that might help. Well, our lines haven't even met yet, and these, the Veti are almost dead. And that's with 14 magic resistance. Oh man, this is such a stupid spell. I wish I could get it out sooner. Maybe I can auto-command. Like, all the Veti riders. All the moose are retreating because all the riders have died. All the riders are dead, so the moose are just running. And you would think it'd be the opposite, right? Because the moose has a lot of hit points, but low magic resistance. And the riders have very low hit points, but high magic resistance. Doesn't matter. They still go down. Faster to this stupid spell. It's Zanning time. Hey, Merrily Fish. Did you just hop on? Did you see the Thug Super Combatant part happen? That is a silly spell. Oh my. Fight here, I guess, but it's no biggie, and then my Pretender's gonna... You just hopped on? Okay, cool. I'll show you the Thug fight in a second. It might be important to you. Not this one. The next one. He's got some Ghost. That's a good combination. Ghost and Glosso. Mix the auras. Or no, I don't think that works anymore, actually, when mix. How far we've come. Getting muted and killed, or almost killed to cross movement. Now, take him fairly easily. An army of himself. Alright, cool. That worked out. The Veti army down. Okay. Alright, Fish. So this is the battle. I say it might be relevant to you because if you remember, we named this King of the Lost Tribe after you. I'll just zoom in so you can see the spells we're casting here. Iron Skin, Body Ethereal, Temper Flush, and Awe, or Gift of Splendor that gives you Awe. And then Earth Power, which honestly, well, no, actually, Earth Power is going to give him some more natural protection. So yeah, Earth Power is useful. And Aura of Bewilderment, which that was actually kind of an expensive spell. Cast a lot of Glamour Gems went into it, but it's very strong. Magic resistance check, or you start hitting your friends essentially. So adding the additional mage to throw on some other buffs, being an earth mage instead of whatever the last one was, and having I gave them these Hydra skin armor so that they regenerate as well as having the poison resistance. And oh, I brought them back to the Wraith Sword so they can't get repelled, and ultimately that like mixes up. That mixes together to survive the Shark Warrior bullshit and wipe out these Jomanis. I did forget, I almost died because, or I guess you almost died. They did bring a water mage, and I don't have any water resistance on the guy. So that almost was a problem. Now, going forward, several Ryujins, okay, and every Ryujin is going to have water magic. So I think we do need to give him those cold-resistant boots. Don't remember which one they were. These birch boots. I have just like a nature mage. We'll give him those. So he has his cold resistance covered. Because we need to have him go in and take green waters, and I'll send Myrto over with him to give him the same buffs. Problem is, there's just a lot of shit down there. I don't know how well it's gonna move. Still don't have really high dominion over here. Unfortunate. Got what I have. Bloodstone would be nice. I want more dominion to use my pretender a little bit more. I die in the Babel streams all the time. You're used to it. Yeah, he's actually streaming again today at 9:30, I believe. So that's probably going to be a hard cutoff for me. Not so much. Just not so much because I'm going to be tired or whatever, or just on the stream there, but that way I don't want to compete because Friday, he's been very, very consistent with his Friday streams, and that's actually like I wish I could do that. So I wouldn't want to compete with his viewers. I think he's got a loyal fan base going on, which is pretty cool. I wish I was as consistent as Babel has been. Very impressive, and he deserves all the attention his channel has gotten lately. as a result. He doesn't, you guys that do watch him, he doesn't stream on Twitch or anything, right? Just YouTube? You would have been conflicted. Yeah. Yeah, I was supposed to stream yesterday, but the wife came over and we had to do some, well, I guess the fiance came over and we had to do some wedding planning. Kind of non-negotiable, right? Where'd I move from? I'm gonna recruit one Trident because that will help. If they don't take this province next turn, having that one Trident will help me. It's crazy that this province is still independent. There's so much, it gives so much income. Okay, so we're gonna keep preparing an army here in Dunvale to march out. They'll move to the forests. My recruiting units anywhere else over here, and I need to stop that. I am poor. This is in German. I'm recruiting that gal, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let me recruit another set of units here. This is where kind of we're stacking up. And then while I'm here, what do I need to do? I need to get a few more items. These little dream spools, which are pretty good. And I do have the big glamour income, so it's okay. It doesn't hurt me as much. I also have that big astral income, and I'm wondering... Oh no, Marignan has stellar focus. Veriheim has Well of Misery. Okay, I mean, Well of Misery is going to give me a lot more forests, which kind of sucks, but it's also going to give me more growth skills, right? Or does it only give him growth skills? I don't know. Well of Misery. Growth worldwide, +2. I guess I just haven't received them yet? Weird. Just YouTube? Yes, okay. So, I mean, I guess on Twitch, I'll raid somebody else, and then on YouTube, I'll post the link to Babel's Dominion stream. In the meantime, let me grab this army. And move them about to the Dragon Scale Mountains. I will probably lose... White Harbor is probably going to disappear behind me, but that's okay. And just being able to spam out Twilight, all the Charm, the Pillars of Fire, the Illusory Armies, I think that's been able to kind of keep everything together, right? I mean, I don't really have a... I've been still having this gal try to do Shimmering Spheres. And I don't think she has, even with the additional spell range. That still hasn't happened. Kind of funny. Or at least I haven't. No, we did see it. We did see it. Right. No, I'm crazy. We did see Shimmering Sphere, Shimmering Fields. And it wasn't too impressive. So why don't we have her do Aurora Borealis instead? All these gals with their auto items. Yeah, we have double Twilight. Illusory Army. 3 Illusory Armies. We have double Twilight. Okay. That's okay. Let's have one of them. No, they need a boost. Borealis is really good. Throwaway. Yeah, Borealis is busted. It's busted. I think Aurora Borealis and Legion's Demise are very strong. Oh, Plotini Opera on Twitch. Love the content. Family's cool. Thank you, man. I do what I can. Feminie is pretty badass as the game progresses. I feel like early on they're gonna have some trouble, but they're definitely pretty badass. I mean, if you were to cast Aurora Borealis, it would just cost you more gems. I don't really need it, so I'm just gonna be lazy and not do it. I'm just gonna be lazy and not do Aurora Borealis just because Legion's Demise I think is overkill enough. It is such a stupid spell. Somebody bid for Goat? Yeah, of course, Marin did. We'll move this army of Pale Ones here. This other army of Pale Ones is going over there. And I think we're good this turn. Where is all my money going? Oh, new commanders. Because I feel like it says I have an income of 2,000 something, but man, that's not what I feel like, my friends. I will say my research is probably fine, so I am gonna stop recruiting some of these mages for a little bit because I feel like I just need soldiers now. I need soldiers to stand in front of the mages to do things, which is kind of funny, honestly. Uh, except for here. Here, I do want to keep recruiting some lore mistresses. And I guess one other unit. For my pretender, this turn, I don't see any candles here, technically, in Midria. So let's teleport him in. Let's teleport him into Midria. And just because it was the topic that we talked about recently, why don't we do Project Self on there? We don't necessarily need it, but just to show you guys it in action, right? And I do hate this part that if you do include Magic Phase Teleportation, Project Self does not show up. So I'm going to make it easy and just do the top right corner. And then I'm going to script her to do Body Ethereal. Let's do Aura of Splendor, or Gift of Splendor, right? Do Group Blur. I don't think there's anything else that's useful here, right? Do Mind Blank or Luck. I mean, they're going to be in the same... Oh, no, they're not going to be in the same square. What about Fire? Is there anything useful I can give him in Fire? I don't think so. We'll just do Mirror Mind and then cast spells, and it'll be fine. But since she's doing good, she's going to be the one casting Body Ethereal. He doesn't need to cast Body Ethereal. Cast something else. Iron Skin, Earth Power, Temper Flush. Honestly, don't know. Let's just do, like, Resist Magic. Holy cow, you guys have all hopped in at once. Ease. Hello, Darkside Cookies. Johan, thanks for popping in a few minutes. Always appreciate it, man. All the new income in Dom 6 goes into mages, it feels like sometimes. Yeah, they're really expensive. And I do definitely need to pop out of the, I guess, trend of just having the forts going. Obviously, this means I overbuilt fort, technically, but I'm in the situation right now where I feel like I have so many mages and not enough troops to cover them. Granted, honestly, this army here in White Harbor could probably use less troops. Like, this is overkill on the amount of troops that it is supporting right now. The Awe spell? Yes, the this chick I think is gonna cast the Awe spell already. We don't need the project self, but we're just gonna show it anyways, right? Not because why not, right? Do like false fire and other random crap. I just don't know what other buff I could give. It's probably fine. Okay. Back here we were doing that. So yeah, I think we can end turn again. Our blood hunting is going. Good. I do like the idea with the scouts that technically they're better than some of the old pajama men because they technically have armor and they have roughly better stats than some old dude like this guy. Oh, this guy's actually a problem. I should give him like the ring of the a ring of the warrior or something. Huh. Yeah, that could be pretty bad. Oh, but he has bodyguards. Okay, I foresaw this and gave him bodyguards. Okay, yeah, let's hit and turn again. Let's see what happens. Shroud of Bewilderment for Sphere. Um, I think the I was looking at this when I went underwater. Dark side is there's no like free version of the Bewilderment. You have to spend gems for it. Do I have plans for upcoming topics in spell tutorials? Let me check my notes because you guys really did like that project self video did really well compared to some of my other videos lately. So I definitely think I need to go in depth on some spells or some. I don't know if it's necessarily spells, but maybe like maybe I should start highlighting some of the topics. Like I know I have Hell Power Super Combatants as a topic that I will eventually do, and I'm not doing it yet because I'm really greedy. I have Going Underwater as a topic. Let me see. I have the Pretender Path combinations. So if you guys saw my Macone at a glance video, about halfway through, I pop up a chart. I pop up a little chart that has like, hey, if you're designing a pretender and you don't care about what pats they get, these are some pats that get like boosters and things. So I have that. But if you guys have suggestions, Lichcraft, yeah, if you guys have suggestions, like hell yeah, I'll do it. They're honestly, I feel like they're a lot less work than the at a glance videos, but you guys like it just as much. So yeah. Lichcraft works. Okay, how new to Lichcraft works? Hidden in X spells. Okay, hidden in X. Yeah, that's video worthy. All right, throwaway on YouTube. You're asking, hey, by the way, is it me? Have you been out for a bit? I have. Maybe I'm forgetful, but I haven't seen you for a while. Hope everything's alright, dude. Is there a way to get your mages cast what you want, like lightning bolt instead of misform off script? No. The best thing that you can do for that is install Lucid's AI casting mod and pray. Pray that you are like Glamour 9 mage. Doesn't cast fireflies because they're also fire 1. Awful. I do try, when I can, I try to have a spell in mind. I try to have a spell in mind when I am mass producing mages. So like when I know I'm producing a lot of a specific mage, I do try to have a spell in mind that they can cast off script. Almost always, this is in the evocation school. Almost always. But like I will go up Alteration, for example, and those are the spells that I want to script. Let me just show the battle while I talk. So like I will go up Alteration because I want to script group Bark Skin, group Stone Skin, Body Ethereal, whatever. But then I try to have in mind a spell that my mages can cast off script. So maybe, and that's not Fireflies, dear God. But I'll do like Fire Darts or Fireball. Like as Feminie, you don't really need evocation for a while. You can get away with not having it for some time. But I probably still would go up a little bit so that I could use the like the fire, like my mages can cast Fireball off script or Ephemeral Blast or whatever. If that makes sense. It's definitely not foolproof. I'll tell you that. Let's see. New played a campaign with Flegra where he used a bunch of hidden and X spells. I will be honest, I have never ever used one, but I've always wanted to. The problem is I try. It's kind of like a. So the first Dominions game I did, which was Lucid's first new casting as Marignon, I ended the game with like 300 death gems because I didn't know what to spend them on. I didn't have death mages, and I didn't know what to efficiently spend the gems on. And ever since then, I've kind of been like scarred from that scenario, and I try to always keep my gem count under 100 or 150 or so, and just use it on something, even if I have to empower someone to do it. So in multiplayer games, I won't often have really high gem counts unless I'm specifically planning on casting a global, empowering a mage to do something stupid that they're not supposed to do, or something like that, you know? And throwaway, do I recognize you even with this anonymous name? Yeah, you used to comment a lot on my latest statis videos, and I remember I called you out there too, and you had a laugh. Johan, you like these topics, especially the gods one? Maybe how to build a god to open up late game options for nation with limited options, like Middle Age Ulm. Yes, that. So Johan on YouTube is asking that. That is specifically what that chart in the middle of my Makona video would relate to. That's kind of like if you have a pretender and you don't care what magic they have, these are paths that give you access to boosters, or spells or summons that might be relevant to you. Dark Side Cookies, yeah, Fireflies is the best spell in the game to cast. According to the AI, of course. Is he a magic being, by the way? Okay, no, he is not a magic being. Otherwise, this would be bad. Ether Warriors are really good now, by the way. That might be its own video. I feel like Ether Warriors, compared to Dominions 5, I think Ether Warriors are really good. But that's a fun topic. And yeah, that's an interesting one. Maybe later. Maybe in the far future. So you're right to be concerned about all the Earth Gems I'm buying. No, so Dark Side Cookies, I'm going to give you free intel about that game. I have site searched every single province I own. And you know that I am fairly large in that game. I've site searched every single province I own. I have an Earth income of 1. Actually, the other turn that I found that fortress, I actually got an Earth income of +2. So for all of my territory, with all of it site searched in Earth, I have an income of 3. And you need Earth magic as the game progresses, because Weapons of Sharpness is really strong and Strength of Giants is really strong. So Ether Warriors were always good, but people never played enough games with Water Nations. Because are they fully amphibious? That would be interesting. That'd be a use for them. Yeah, they'll kick the shit out of water elementals too. This is this guy retaking this province. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't. I think one deal with Ether Warriors, and I'll give this as kind of my. I'm gonna kind of like skip through some of these. We're starving badly. That's a mistake. Shoot, I don't want to be starving badly. I'm gonna hope that there's a lab in there, and when there is a lab, I'm going to cast. I'm going to equip some more bags of wine. That's a mistake on my end. I also need a water glamour mage because I want to try out not the tablecloth of marvelous feasts. I want to do the never-ending keg of mead. Okay, back to you guys. They go through walls and wind versus water elementals. The mages are really good. Yes. I can cast it here, I think. No, I don't have an Astral Death Mage. There is a game in the future that I really want to cast it, and I haven't had the opportunity to. But one thing that really helps Ether Warriors, and I'm going to give this to you guys as kind of like a teaser to what the Ether Warrior video, if I ever get around to making it, will be around or about, is if you do not have hammers, or if you want to save turns, the Summon Ether Warrior spell costs the same as crafting 3 Moonblades. So each Moonblade is 5 Astral Gems, or Astral Pearls, and each Ether Warrior, which costs you 5 Astral Pearls, comes with a Moonblade. But they also happen to be ethereal, super armored, great stat chests. But there's a lot of math to be done, and I think we did this already. The Immersion Mentors and we did the math already on like Ether Gate and Ether Warriors in conjunction, and it comes out to, do you want more mages or do you want more units. On whether you just cast Ethergate twice, or whether you cast Ethergate once and then spam Ether Warriors. The mage breaks you into Astral Blood crosspath, which is huge. It's actually huge not for the horror casting, but because with Astral Blood you can now craft the item that auto sabbaths you, or like puts you into an auto sabbath, and that is huge. Because that sabbath is going to be separate to your. Hold on. Thinking. That sabbath is going to be separate to your communions. So that is actually huge. And that's one of the crosspaths. The other crosspath that the Ether Lord can get you is Astral 4. I mean, it's not a crosspath, it's just Astral 4. And if you guys already know, if you have Astral 4 and both Astral Boosters, the coin and the hat, and Astral 4 with the coin and the hat gets you a Ring of Sorcery. Not the Wizardry one, the other one. And the Ring of Sorcery breaks a lot of typical conventions when climbing paths, which is cool. Okay, let's go back underwater, doing the same thing. Let's wait. Or should I just go straight onto green waters? Why don't we do that? Let's go straight onto green waters and see what happens. We need more units. Let's get these air mages over. And let's see some like more combat capable lore mistresses, and let's send them over as well to Dunvale. Another sorceress here. Okay, cool. And we'll keep saving up our gems for other shit. And we'll be blood hunting over here, which is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to hit end turn. I'm going to storm this castle this turn. I'm going to hit over there this turn. I've got my units converging in Ultima Delca and in Dunvale. Yeah, I should be okay. I have these like really big PD dumps because the AI is an annoying bastard. And I need to start dropping temples again. I need to reiterate that the AI is an annoying bastard. Yeah, okay. Oh, my capital recruitment. I should probably get veiled ones. Probably, maybe. Yeah, let's hit end turn. Is the Nexus still defended by Ether Warriors like in Conquest of Elysium? I don't know. I haven't actually gone to the Nexus this game. We can add that as a thing to do. Go to Nexus. And I guess by going to the Nexus, we have to do wish spam, of course. I don't know how we can wish spam really well in the late age, but definitely try it. Release Lord of Civilization. I'm just adding the notes of like what I want to eventually do. Mm. Oh, they also get the air death crosspath for Winds of Death. Yes, they get air death. The separate communion chorus sap stuff is interesting. They can do wedding. Johan, so hold on. Sorry for the clap. There was a mosquito, and I got that before he got me. So if you guys have watched my videos, and I probably ranted on this before, I don't like doing these massive battery communions. And you know, like people like, oh yeah, let me just get 30 mages to stick all 30 mages into like a 15 by 15 communion or a 16 by 14 communion. That makes more sense. I don't like doing that. I think that's going to kill a lot of your mages, and it's kind of like a waste. What I like doing, and you might see this here, and this is the reason why I have that small group of air mages, is I like having my entire army that it's going to do things, but then a small subset of that army is going to be like those crystal Amazons I shipped out, and they are going to form a communion where the entire communion is consists of a small group of mages of the same path. And honestly, I rarely go past 4 slaves on this because I'll just have 4 slaves and the one master, and that one master has a job. So that one air mage, that air mage's job is going to be to cast fog warriors, and that is the only reason I'm going to use a community. Just like I think my other army is using Legion's Demise. That is why they are doing that community. But I'm not like mixing and matching. So to me, separating communions and Sabbats is huge because now I get to do 2 of those. I get to have a small group of mages do, the air astral communion, and then I get to have another subset of mages do a Sabbath to do some shit. So I really like the auto communion items that are going to let me do that stuff. I think that's like a huge buff to my playstyle. Okay. As expected, he's not patrolling his castle. So this is a easy win. Death to mosquitoes, yeah. Going back. That's unfortunate, but whatever. Battle in Joman. I mean, I think we've seen my pretender clap armies enough. So unless the army is interesting in some way, we'll kind of skip it. So he does actually have mages this time. I guess they're just researching. Damn, Veti Gaijas have really good paths. Too bad they're all gonna die. Because of, Nightfall. Am I casting Nightfall? Oh no, if I cast Nightfall, I don't think I can cast Legion's Demise. Ah, shit. That's not ideal. I brought the wrong mage in here. Uh-oh. I mean, I should still win this, but... Oops. These illusions just coming around the flanks killing shit. Whoopsie. I mean, it worked, but not the way I wanted it to. Whoopsie. The fact that she popped up there is not as ideal, but we'll be fine. Let's see what you guys are doing. Mosquito summon the minions, that would be funny. That would be pretty funny. You just get like a bunch of the swarm bugs, but you can summon them on the ritual field and keep them. That would be pretty cool. I would cast it. If a mage in communion casts Sabbath Matcher, they will switch, right? Ooh, so like if they start as a communion master and then switch to Sabbath Master? I don't know. That sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. I'll try it. El Mosque? No, Ito isn't Ito small in Spanish? Yeah. You usually add that to the end of a word to make it small. To make it small or like denote uh like childishness, I guess. So like if I wanted to say, I don't know, merely fish Ito, that would be kind of like giving you a childish tone to the name, I guess. Not sure. Where is this Nightfall caster? You stop that shit. Do not cast Nightfall. We are not an Aurora Borealis army anymore. We are a Legion's Demise army. Because Legion's Demise is really stupid. This girl does need a Dream Spool. Oh, Battle Fortune and Timer Gem. Cast Rust Flyers. I mean, we could probably make her a Master Aurora anyways. Leave it as like an easy Easy magic resistance check. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Let's pick up some of the items I wanted. And I might be able to make thugs with how much shit I'm getting from killing these guys. Pixie Spear. I'm just like picking up all these free items. I wonder, does this stack? Oh shit, it does. I can give this guy the never-ending keg of mead and a bag of wine, and it stacks. Cool. You don't need the Firebola. Actually, I can give this guy, this random commander I have in here, the Firebola, and have him, like, hold, and fire? Fire and keep distance or something? Yes? Okay, so that could work. Oh, actually, let's do this. Have this gal stay here. Everyone else will move. Our siege strength is 594. And move into Llama. And eventually break it. I don't want to script this army this turn. Mostly because it's not really enough. There. Let's actually take these pale ones. We'll use them as like bodyguards. Kind of a big army there. But the Dominion Candle amount is getting crazy for me. Past that, let's go back to our Blood Hunters. Because now we need another Blood Hunter. This operation is expanding pretty fast, I'll tell you that. I guess crafting that Masters of Fame is not... I actually don't like the Athame that much. I like the Slave Heart better. Because usually your master can have the blood magic. And we'll just keep her here for a little. I'm going to do another turn before I script these armies, just because I'm lazy. I am being lazy to script the army, but I'm not going to skip out on some items that will be of note for them. I'm not awful, guys. Only a little bit. And this is why I don't have any gems ever, because I waste them on those things. Do I need this army to still be in Queen's Forest? I mean, I eventually need a fortress in it. Okay. I think we're good there. Am I missing anything? We have mosquitoes, they're called sprites. Dude, mosquitoes. Sprites are the worst. I would never summon them willingly, but I have gotten my ass beat by sprites all the damn. It's awful. Okay. Let's move up there. We'll get this temple on this fort. Make the Athame. And see what happens. have to script 2 armies next turn. I'm really dragging my feet on that. Oh, jeez. They're not going to be crazy, but they do need to be able to cast Legion's Demise fairly routinely, just because it's a stupid spell, and I want to bring some visibility to how silly it is. Okay. Ah, shit. And merely fish goes down. Probably the Ryujin. They probably have something to do with it. You should do a Dragon Mastery video, show me how you got so many Zmei. I mean, a Dragon Mastery video would be kind of quick, but I do see some people complaining about it lately, and I think that's kind of weird. But yeah, I can make a short video on it. Like 3-4 minutes. Friendly currents is like underwater relief, isn't it? No, it just reduces currents. Okay, here comes the Ryujin. But I gave myself... I made the boots. I made the cold resistance boots, and I didn't equip them. Shit. That sucks. I think most of the complaints are overdone. Most drakes are undisciplined, so they're good but tricky. Well, yeah, that's the whole thing with the drakes, right? Is that they are very, very strong, but using them is difficult. And summoning them gets exponentially better. So do I get Frozen Hearted, or do I get... I'm not really doing any damage. So do I die to Frozen Heart, or do I die to Turn Timer? No, I'm taking damage. If the slow goes through, he'll only attack half as much, and that could be a problem. He's not really doing a good job killing anybody. No. So that slow will go through at some point. Damn it. Mostly complaining about Kinchi in the finals using a discount site for cheap wyverns. I honestly haven't kept up in the finals. Wyverns are... I like them. I mean, they're alright. Oh shit. You fail a magic resistance check to Bone Melter, you just die. But I think we're gonna get turn timed. Yeah. I think we're just gonna get turn timed. Sad day for super combatants. Yep. Oh! The turn 86 Bone Melter. Never mind, we don't get turn timered because 11 plus 14 is 25, and 25 is greater than 24. That is true. That's proper numbers right there. Yeah. Well, sometimes it do be that way. That's going to make the conquest of this underwater area really, really difficult. Gosh, dang it. Nearly fish. Ran out of bones. That's really unfortunate. Well, I guess, yeah, I would just maintain the siege, because we don't really have the siege strength to break the fort immediately. Oh. That. Let's do a pseudo script on this army. Oh, I don't have any big mages here. Huh. That's gonna not be ideal. Let's script the bottom army first, then. That's what I'm more excited about. So you're saying you could have melted his bones the whole time? Yeah, before, all the masses of units were killed? That might have been a good idea. Don't have a scout in this army. We'll bring some scouts behind them. Now I'll give the bags of wine to some of the more durable players in the army. Want them to. I don't think flame eruption would be close enough. Definitely like a falling fires. Maybe like an early falling fires into pillars of fire. And at that point, just advance in spells. Yeah. At that point, just advance in spells. We're good. Take these guys as bodyguards. As for everyone else, drop all this crap. Just so it's easier to. Okay. If I do a communion for Mistform, I cannot do a communion Legion's Demise, and I vote Legion's Demise stronger by just a hint of a little. By just a tiny, tiny. Master. Power of the Sphere. This will cost you amount of gems. Don't have. I do have some more marking. Good. And we'll do the Coral Blade too. This will cost you a glamour or an astral pearl per turn, and then 5-ish glamour gems per turn to cast it. And 4 slaves, you have 2. And I think we'll do the same math here. 2 slaves gets her to glamour 5. Power of the Spheres gets her to glamour 6. And then this other mage casting Twilight will get her to glamour 7, and then she can cast whatever she wants, really. Legion's Demise. And we're not casting Astral Fires in these fights because I don't have Light of the Northern Star going on. So I can fix that as well. It is also expensive, but we just do this. Good. Alternatively, and I don't think I get Nature Water Crosspath. Alternatively, I can just give the Clamor Pearls or not be lazy with my gems, but it is single player, so I will choose to be any chance I get. These will combo that, meaning I cannot do the Air Communion that I wanted. And this is where having like that blood magic stuff would be very useful, right? If I could put the 3 glamour mages into a blood sabbath. Not a black heart, slave's heart. And it's not letting me craft a slave because I don't have enough blood slaves. But if I give him a hammer, he can. Okay. Blood 3 astral 1. Oh, I'm not blood 3 because I took off the bloodthorn. Silly me. Okay, cool. We're gonna have to jump onto this fortification soonish. Him. Probably next turn, and that's kind of a whatever. Okay, so what are the rest of these gals gonna do? They can do a lot of body ethereal. They can do not much else. Summon hawks. Could be funny. Starfires. Not really ideal, but they're worse researchers by far than the other mages, so I guess we're just gonna have a very ethereal army. What I'm seeing. Or a lot of fire magic. Buck, illusory army. These two are spoken for. You will be in charge of buffs. Spam the crap out of group luck. Phoenix Fire. Phoenix Fire, or yeah, Phoenix Power, Pillar of Fire. Dance and spells. Okay, cool. Everyone's gonna get a giant like bio ball of commanders. Okay, and now we're going to include all of these mages, and they are going to focus on making ethereal literally everybody. Okay, and then the rest of the army here is just going to march forward and fight in some way. +5 morale. Oh, because right, because Yam is valorous. So we'll have these guys in front. Everyone else is just going to hang up. Big mage ball. And that will be an army. Umaki needs to stay there. Astral Death. Okay, we can summon Ether Warriors now with this Lore Master. I just spent a lot of our gems that we would have used to do so, but we can definitely do it now. Water Mage was site searching everything with water, but it looks like my inner lands are not far. He will keep doing that. Drop some more temples, because the AI is ravenous with that shit. Okay. Let me make a few more of the temp gem items, because they're really, they call to my laziness. Okay, so there are no underwater expeditions going right now because I don't have a dude down there, so we're going to summon another one. We're going to hope for the best. Servius is doing nothing. He can actually hide and wait now, which is cool. Bilbo Mater, what are you doing that she's just advanced? All this equipment, but she's not casting a major spell. All right, I haven't looked in a bit. What's going on with you guys? That many glamour gems, you can make the temp gem. 10 illusory armies, every battle, no troops required. I mean, that's also true. And illusions do kill people. And they do take buffs. I don't think you can make them lucky, but you can put like awe on them. They will be awesome ghosts or awesome illusions. Better said. But they don't provide any siege strength, and we do kind of need siege strength to break forts because the AI is starting to spam the crap out of them. Really, once I can get like a recursive autopilot army like the one I have in the north, then taking land from the AI is going to be pretty trivial. The problem is that they're it's kind of like water, right? They flood in behind you, and that can get really annoying. Caleb is gone. Llama is running out of food. That's likely because Dragon Scale Mountain. Let's clean up Dragon Scale Mountain. Your original item, shield. And a secondary item. I mean, you don't have one right now, but let's give you your shock resistance. I don't know what's in there, but this should be enough. This guy should be enough to clean. Flush, power, astral shield. He should be enough to clean that out on his own. Even, I mean, enemy dominion strength. That is a lot. What would his hit points look like? Like 8? Maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't send him in there. I don't want to turn around this army, but I'm gonna have to. Okay. And let me leave at least one dude up here. That's awful. Yeah. This is why you need more small armies. $234 siege strength. Definitely not enough. Let's leave this Betty guy behind. Break this town, actually. That's the problem, man. They're just starting to spam these forts, and those are a pain in the ass to break down. Maybe we do keep summoning pale or recruiting pale ones, just as kind of like bodyguards to our mages in this army that I'm trying to set up here. But for this army, I do need like a really good glamour mage, or 3. Yeah, and we'll keep getting some unit army and some mage. And maybe in that army we can do the communion mix. Let me grab one of these chicks and send her out that way. Okay, we've got another Earth dude. Good. Who's missing a throwaway? He is back. We'll add him. Okay, and we need to set this up again. How did I have it that it was working kind of well? It was a Wraith Sword, regeneration armor. Regeneration armor, a water-breathing ring, a fire helmet, the cold resistance boots, which we will put on him right away. Yeah, the cold resistance way. He needs another miscellaneous item. Ring of the Warrior. Because he was taking damage, but like not even close to it. I think we do the Ring of Warrior so he can hit harder, because he was gonna get turn timered. And actually that brings the matter of that I don't think he alone will be able to, like I won't be able to thug it just because there's so much shit and it's underwater. So I might just have to dom kill Showman. Actually. That might have to be a more reasonable solution. Dom kill them. Once I take like this area from Bennyheim, that should be a lot easier. That's ridiculous. That's how I'm gonna have to do it. They have too much crap that I can't kill them in time, and I can't fire shield underwater, which is like the usual way that you would mass kill things with your. Definitely doing more gems in the next game. Thinking Helheim. Either Helheim or like Piconnier, but with early age gem counts, not late age gem counts. We have the paths for the kill all squid spell. No, we don't have the paths. By the time we can research it, that doesn't matter. The paths are death, water, I think. I'll double check. They're really weird. They're not like paths you can easily get. Or at least paths that I think you can easily get. Oh, late for Legion. Lost the crystal. Message from Joman, we killed our god. Okay, funny. How did this one end up looking? This little army. Ethiad? If it's water death? Yeah, if it's water death, then cook Ethiods are the way to do it. Is it primary path water or primary path death? I feel like I killed my illusion there more than... Still having fly issues. Awful. Oh, shoot, man. Let's get some kegs of food. Oh, wait. I do have... Wait, Feminie gets nature water crosspath? Holy shoot. That's actually really good. I didn't think I could get both. Wow, okay. Let's get another never-ending keg, and let's get some bags of wine. Shit, that's actually kind of huge that they get nature water. Just preach this turn. So that I can cover my retreat if I need to. Get an extra mate. Oh no, we can't. Got some extra troopers that are... No, we have enough troopers, we're literally starving. This Germany's army's moving up here, we've got whatever practice. This army will start working on this soon. Getting these temples going. Did we craft... We have our slave heart. Let's go back and make our next slave heart. And come over here. Because we're making that slave heart, I can't empower another blood slave. Or another blood hunter. That's fine. Not disgusting. Our last gasp is moving those to the capital. Somehow Marignan lost that massive army to Abyssia, and that terrifies me. You guys remember from the last time, the Marinese had that 2,000-man army? Kokithian can cast it with enough boosters. 6 death, 4 water. Is it an evocation? Water death. Comment. It's not death water? Death water. It's a death of water, not water death. 6 death to cast a spell, and 4 water. You would need at least an Empower, or a Ring of Sorcery, or Wizardry. Because you can very easily get 2 death boosters. So that would get you to death 5. Kokithiad, for you guys that don't know, a Kokithiad is water 3, death 3. And you can easily get 2 boosters for it. You get it to death 5. But death 6 is a whole other problem. So you will need a Ring of Sorcery. And if you have a Ring of Sorcery, then yes, you can do it. Because with the Ring of Sorcery, you can get all the death boosters. Yeah. So a Ring of Sorcery, a Skull Staff, a Skull Face, and a Water Bracelet. It's actually not that hard to cast. Or not as hard to cast as I thought it would be. It's my new favorite spell because you hate Pelagian Squids. Yeah. Or the Death Artifact to cast. Yeah. I try not to do artifacts when I'm thinking of like spells to do. Just because, I don't know. I feel they're inconsistent. And Conjuration 9 is yutch. Okay, next turn we're going to resolve hopefully the Dominion on this province, but also the starvation issues that they're having. No, I can't. I have to send them this turn back to Llama or I lose all the progress I was making. Gosh, dang it. So all the starving boyos are going to have to go right back. Right back to Llama. Cannot keep them here preaching. Maybe that one chick. She can preach. This army is going to come back here, and we're going to keep doing... Well, we cannot do shoot because I didn't follow up with these guys. So I cannot cast Legion's Demise again. Which means if I run into this army, I'm in trouble. We're going to have to pivot into here, pick up some more units, pick up another Sorceress. And, yeah. I already have the spools ready, so we can illusory army for free. And we have everything else moving up. Inavita. I need you to come up there, my girl. And then we'll have another army done up there. So it depends, Cookies, because you can... Getting them to waste their pearls on a dispel of something is always good, because if you remember, at the end of the day... Oh, hold on, this army was doing Astral Fire spam. Now we can't. Now everyone can Astral Fires. Because you can... A spell that threatens underwater that everyone forgets about is Sea of Ice. So having the underwater player, like if they do a massive dispel on Sea of Ice, and then you do a massive dispel on Poison the Water or whatever the spell is called, like that's good. Now you're threatening them with 2 different gem types, which is good. And also, I think it is 9 o'clock. I could have swore Babel Builder was at 9:30. So we are actually going to end the stream a little bit early because Babel Builder is doing his stream on YouTube. I'm going to drop the link here. And as I said before, he is an up-and-coming Dominions guy. Like, he has done really good at being consistent at streaming every Friday. Done Dominion 6 content. So I'm going to drop his link there. And if you want, you can give him a follow. You can watch his stream. But yeah, he's very, very consistent, and I definitely applaud his work. So I'll end the stream early, and I will see you guys next week. Last thing before I go, Flintlock Sea of Ice can be less effective than you'd like versus nations like Relay, right? Yeah. Sea of Ice forces underwater nations to have a massive astral presence, or they are on permanent timeout. Nations like Relay have an easier time breaking them. If they teleport their units around, so if they're using their astral pearls to teleport out of the water, like with Gateway, for example, that is fine. You want them to gateway out of the water, in theory. Because if they're gatewaying out of the water, they're not spending gems on your pearls. Right? So it's kind of like a good thing. Anyways, I'm going to leave you guys there. Thank you all for watching. If you hop over to Babel Builder on YouTube, I will see you there. And I hope everyone has a great night and a fantastic weekend. Later.